Good afternoon, I'm Bob Kaler. Welcome to this live Zoom meeting. As the Deputy Executive Director of OKI, I've been authorized to conduct this public hearing to present an amendment to the OKI 2050 Metropolitan Transportation Plan. We refer to it sometimes as the MTP, as well as an amendment to the Transportation Improvement Program. And I have with me Andy Reeser. He's OKI's Transportation Programming Manager, to contribute to the discussion of the TIP and respond to any questions related to the TIP. The OKI Board of Directors adopted the current plan in June of this year. Although the plan has a horizon year of 2050, it's a dynamic document meant to be amended to reflect our needs. Our short range element is the fiscal year 2021 to 24 TIP, Transportation Improvement Program, and it is amended frequently to respond to the changing schedules, scope, and costs of transportation projects, etc. The TIP was originally adopted on April 9th of this year. So both documents are pretty new, but we do what is best for our customers, the communities of the OKI region, to keep projects moving as quickly as possible. So that is even though we just amended both of these fairly recently, we're in the process of amending them this coming week. First, a little bit of background on OKI. If you're not familiar, if you're a guest who may be from outside the region or just doesn't know a lot about OKI, give you a little bit of background about us. We serve the 8 counties of the Cincinnati urbanized area. OKI is designated as the Metropolitan Planning Organization, or MPO, and that is done officially by the governors of Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana, acting through the Ohio Department of Transportation, the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, and the Indiana Department of Transportation, and in cooperation with locally elected officials for the counties of Butler, Claremont, Hamilton, and Warren in the state of Ohio, Boone, Campbell, and Kenton in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, and Dearborn County, Indiana. It is OKI's responsibility to develop the regional plan and closely monitor the flow of transportation funds that come through US DOT to the region by way of this MPO process. There's a graphic simplifying a perspective of that process. As the MPO, OKI is required under Titles 23 and 49 of the United States Code to conduct the continuing cooperative and comprehensive urban transportation planning process, including corridor and sub-area studies for the metropolitan area. One product of this process has resulted in this transportation plan that considers all transportation modes and supports the region's community development and social goals. The plan is developed to provide an integrated intermodal transportation system that facilitates the efficient and economic movement of people and goods. The short range element of the 3C process is the Transportation Improvement Program. The TIP tracks federally funded projects. This amendment includes modifications to both the TIP and the plan, although 2 separate resolutions of the OKI Executive Committee will be requested. The projects that use federal funds must be listed in the plan and the TIP or be consistent with the plan for non-capacity adding projects. So a slight distinction there. But the changes that we are implementing are fairly straightforward and simple in regards to the plan. After I present the change to the plan, I'll hand it over to Andy Reeser and he will discuss the amendment side in regards to the TIP. So first, by the way of words, if you will, the specifics of the plan amendment is to add 1 project. It's known as 6-80150. It's on Kentucky 717 from Turfway Road, which is Kentucky 1017, to Donaldson Road, which is Kentucky 236. And the scope of the project is widening from 2 to 4 lanes. Now, to help you visualize that, and some people are better with maps, And some people are better with tables, but here is what the project looks like on a map. You see it's out near the CBG airport, and it's a widening of Kentucky 717 from 2 to 4 lanes with a cost of $33.6 million. So now I'd like to ask Andy if you would describe the TIP amendments. There are 3 slides that involve TIP, and Andy, if you're ready.
Sure. We are also accepting comments on TIP Amendment number 2 to the OKI fiscal years 2021 to 2024 TIP. TIP Amendment number 2 involves 9 highway projects in Ohio, 11 highway projects in Kentucky, and 1 highway project in Indiana. It also involves the addition of 1 bus replacement project for Middletown Transit Service and 17 additions, deletions, and revisions for the Transit Authority of Northern Kentucky. I'll highlight the major projects in this TIP amendment. The new Kentucky Highway Plan, also called the 6-year plan, was adopted by the Kentucky legislature earlier this year. Major projects in that Kentucky Highway Plan and that are part of this amendment include in Boone County, new utility and construction funds for the widening of Donaldson Road, new construction funds for the widening of Mineola Pike, and a new project to widen Turfway Road. In Kenton County, the amendment adds 2 projects to widen Kentucky 536 from Bristol Road to Kentucky 17. It is these new projects for Turfway and Kentucky 536 that have triggered the need for a plan amendment, a new regional emissions analysis, and finding of air quality conformity. A full listing of projects in this TIP amendment can be found on our website, tip.oki.org. I'll now turn it back to Bob for concluding comments.
Okay, just quickly, Andy did not reference the maps, but here they are. Here's the project on Kentucky 536, 2 projects, they're contiguous. And as Andy noted, these changes triggered some work involved in reestablishing fiscal constraint for the plan, addressing air quality conformity, and making sure we cross our I's and dot our T's with regards to participation. It's a rather quick turnaround from the original adoption of the plan, and this public hearing is meant to give an opportunity for people to give comment if they have any. We can take those tonight, and if anyone in the audience has a comment, we're happy to do so. You can also send those in written form through the agency, either me, Andy, or Regina Fields. And just so you know, the staff does support the changes. The funding was something that was recently identified by KYTC, allowing us and them to move the project forward. These are not funds that are allocated by OKI. They are the cabinet's dollars, they're federal dollars, and they're pledging the match for the projects as well. So fiscal constraint and air quality conformity are all met, and we've communicated with our other partners through the agencies, the federal and state air quality agencies, both at the local level and the regional level. So there you see the slide that's asking for comments by 5 p.m. on Wednesday the 9th. And if you would like more information, you can contact us, or you can go directly to the website for the 2050 plan or the TIP. And there are the addresses. And my contact information is on the next screen along with Andy's, but I'll leave that link up there for a second before I go to the next page, if you wanted to jot it down. Okay, so 2050.oki.org and tip.oki.org. And there is my email address and Andy's email address and our telephone numbers. And we'll leave it up there for the bulk of the remainder of the presentation, which is coming to a conclusion, and I'll open it up for any questions. or anything that may have been in the chat box that I didn't see. Regina, do you have any questions or,
No, I do not see any.
okay. Not seeing or hearing any questions. Noting that the time is roughly 12 after 5. I will make a conclusion to this public hearing. Unless I kind of dragging it out to make sure everyone has a chance. But not seeing any, I will now mark conclusion to the public hearing, and thank you to everyone for attending.